She was diagnosed with cancer, and 70 of her male classmates shaved their heads in solidarity. I know love exists because after my breakup, my dad dropped everything and flew across the country to be with me. He stayed with me for over 2 weeks. I had to move, so he packed up everything I owned while I was at work. He slept on the floor with me until he knew I was okay. He took dozens of these selfies to make me laugh, and that's the kind of father I want for my future kids. In 2020, I tried to run just to see if I could. I challenged myself to 1 mile every day for 30 days. Here's how it went. Don't limit yourself. You can do anything. You can do it later in life, even if it's something you thought you never could. Best friends since World War II. My auntie doesn't have any children, so every year, my cousins and I have a Auntie Lynn Day, where we celebrate how awesome she is. I made a new friend today. She gave me permission to post her picture, but only if I let everyone know that she's 93 years young. I told her she and her pink hair made my day, and she said, well, I refuse to be that little old white-haired lady. This 7-year-old girl didn't let alopecia stop her from dazzling everyone at school on crazy hair day. My son is autistic, and for the first time in his 6 years of life, he spoke. He finally talked. I'm so emotional. He asked for pizza, and I don't care it was 10 a.m. I gave him that damn pizza. This is Alyssa. For the last 5 years, she's been knitting hats to donate to a local drop-in center for the homeless. This year, she knitted and donated 105 hats. She's 16. I confessed to my crush. Today, I gave my crush a box of chocolates and told him how I felt. He and his friends started laughing, and I thought they were mocking me. But then, he pulled a box of chocolates out of his backpack with my name on it. I freaked out. My little brother proposed, and he has such good taste. I'm getting an incredible sister-in-law. Already writing my speech. My wife's first day at her new job is tomorrow. Set an alarm for 5:15 a.m. so I can get her favorite coffee and put gas in the car. Damn near can't sleep because I'm so excited for her. I made a snake balaclava in celebration of Chinese New Year's for my friend's baddie grandmother, and they both snapped. I'm so in love. Guys, I think my husband won. How many likes do I need on Threads for you to take me to buy books and then get me dinner? 1. Send link so I can like it. My dog broke my beehive mug, and I was big sobbing sad. 3 hours later, what do you think this man I call a husband went out and did? Yes, that's right. He got me a new one. Oh, to be loved. Took my mom to get her nails done, and she asked for rainbow trout nails. My partner works in a potato factory, and every time he finds a hard potato, he brings it home for me. I've started an album for them on my phone. This response from an old married couple after I took their picture. Thank you very much. This is a very nice picture, and one that we would have never taken. We've been married for 49 years, but this is the first we've seen like this. Very kind you take it. Thanks. I told my sister if she graduated with honors, I would wear a matching dress to her graduation. She said the thought of seeing me in a dress was her motivation when she wanted to quit. Worth it to me. Being fathers is getting our daughters up at 5:30, making breakfast, getting them dressed for school, and putting them on the bus by 6:30. This is a typical day in our household. It's not easy, but we enjoy every moment and every minute of our fatherhood. 2020, a refugee. 2024, a licensed medical doctor. Look at God. Me in 2022 and 2024, literally. My friend playing Santa, anonymously picking up everyone's bill at the bar. When my brother was born in 1985, my mother purchased 2 identical teddy bears. The one on the left has been my brother's for 30 years. The one on the right has been kept in storage for my brother's first child, who was born today. This is the nicest thing you could do. Women Respecters, LLC. Can tell you're serious with that big calculator. Calculating the number of women I can respect in a day. The number is 4 billion. Japan's Princess Meiko, saying goodbye to her family after marrying a commoner, her college sweetheart, which led to her loss of royal status. I'm a disabled writer and artist from Lagos, Nigeria. I have fibromyalgia. I'm also a single mother of 3. I just finished this piece of art. It's close to 5 years since I stopped coloring my roots dark brown every 14 days. Couldn't be happier. This morning at 7-Eleven, I saw a lizard next to the coffee maker, and the cashier said, "No worries, that's just Marvin. He likes the smell." "Oh no, can you DM us with the store location you visited so we can check in on Marvin?" "No way! I'm not gonna knock on my buddy." 35 years together. What's the secret? Perfect acceptance of an imperfect person. Because no one is perfect. How to apologize to me for making upset $1,000. Found my best friend in bed with my girlfriend. I'm not sure who I'm more angry at. I got a tiny crush on this blind guy that lives next to me, so I started wearing the same perfume that he is wearing, so that he is able to recognize me when we're in the same elevator. And I always open my door with the wrong key at first so he can hear me. This is so cute. Dude, do you understand how incredible this is? You're making flirting accessible and I'm weeping. Why don't you just talk to him? He's blind, not deaf. My 10-year-old daughter knows I love baby elephants. This morning I opened the gift she made me. I don't have money, but I know what you like. I cried so much. Hubby prepping me for his business trip. Lunch, tortellini soup. Finally, I can show you my dreamy pink-white wedding gown. I managed to take a pic in my Luffy room. And I'm a pirate, so I rather wear a cape on my shoulders instead of a veil. Text from your husband who is enamored with cathedrals. This one's you. Thank you. My boyfriend fell asleep. I want to save his game for him. Skyrim. So he was playing Skyrim for the PlayStation 4. I found the fast save option. I know he is on a trophy hunt using multiple save settings just in case, I think. So I don't want to mess with those. Can I just quick save and close the game? He's kind of sick, so I don't want to wake him up or anything, but I really don't want him to lose anything due to me just turning his console off. Thanks in advance. Silly question, I know, but he's poured so much time and effort into this game. I just want him to wake up tomorrow and continue. A video of a woman recording an opera performance when her cat, Fluffy, and with bulging eyes, hops into frame. She stops singing and tries to push the cat slightly out of the way, but on her next cue, the cat starts meowing before she can sing. The woman starts laughing as the cat continues meowing to the music, as though it was singing as well. A lady in the store tried convincing my daughter to buy a doll because dinosaurs are for boys, so my 5-year-old roared at her. I'm not even embarrassed. Guys, I tweeted my turnip prices, and Elijah Wood just came to my island and hung out. This is the best day in quarantine. Would love your dodo code to sell these turnips. This kid probably 8/10 years old. Asked politely if he could pet my dog, and I said yes. After he petted her, he hopped on his bike, popped a wheelie and said, "That was for you. Thanks for letting me pet your dog." Highlight of my day. 4 years ago today, I was sectioned. I was depressed, wanted to end myself, and had no hope things would ever improve. Fast forward to today, I spent my day at work doing a job I love, and I'm spending my evening surrounded by my favorite people. Safe to say, things got better. Margaret Hamilton standing next to the pile of codes she wrote that took the first humans to the moon. Your body is tea, well my compassion is tea. My open-mindedness is tea. How far I've come is tea. This girl, only related because it's about Phoebe, but she doesn't really understand the idea of a Christmas list. So far, she has asked to write on her Christmas list, Christmas lights, that she wants to put in a pile outside. A horse, dresses she already has. She demanded we walk slower because her plant was wiggling a lot, and she didn't want it to get too tired before we got home. How did I make it 32 years without her in my life? My mum was me for Halloween. Which one's your mum, dude? She's doing a good cosplay. My mum be cutting up fruit and bringing it to me in my room without saying nothing. That's when it hit me. Nobody is ever gonna love me this much. You probably throw it away. Me? I'm a woman in a field dominated by men, and I love it. He proposed with the Snoopy ring. When I was a kid, my mum and I had a code word to let her know when I needed her to say no. For instance, if a kid at school asked me to come over and stay the night, but I really didn't want to, I would call my mum and ask her, then end it with, "Please, mum." I never call my mum, just mama or mumu, so she would know immediately that I was grounded, or had too much homework or some other BS. So she would know immediately to say that I was grounded or had too much homework or some other BS excuse. We also had a system the other way around, so if I called her to see how her date was going and she needed an out, she would call me baby doll and I would tell her I heard scary noises and was frightened and needed her to come home or something. Anyway, my point is that every family should have a system of codes to keep them safe. Go do that. Dude, family life on point. This is goals. Happy 45th birthday to me. Been fighting stage 4 cancer for 4 years. 8 years since first diagnosed. I'm still here to see another birthday. Whoop. To the women in the parking lot who just asked me if I was Carrie Underwood. You officially made my day. Your day? You just made my whole life. My mum has Alzheimer's, but she was an award-winning teacher for 30 years. Lately she wakes up and gathers things to go to work. Her AM nurse started giving her printing emails to edit. Grading papers is her new joy. I thank God for her and her caregivers. Joy is always possible. Shalia Hunter was one of the first women in the San Francisco Fire Department. Now her daughter, Christina Hunter, also works there as a firefighter. They are the first mother-daughter pair. Foster care, homeless at 16, living in B&Bs, hostels, council flat at 18, working bottom of the barrel jobs before finding a pretty decent job. And today, age 33, I completed on my first proper home, on my own. It's been slow, but I'm so proud. My 4th great-grandmother, sometime in the 1800s, and I, separated by 6 generations. Your grandma was cloned, and you have forgotten that you were actually your grandmother. This was just sitting in my closet getting old, so I had to give it some life. My wife wanted to climb the tree in our front yard to hang Christmas lights, but my daughter cried and begged her not to, so she wouldn't get hurt. It was a warm, caring moment that she showed how much she loved her mum. Moments later, she suggested I climbed the tree instead. 2 young women were riding their horses in the hills, and then this happened. Just a bunch of random horses came up to them, they chilled, and then they went off. Shared a bit of pastry with a crow down by the Lake Union waterfront. Crow brought me a gift, a little stone. He rolled it over to my feet with his beak. It's a smart crow. Last night was the dad-daughter dance and the 5th anniversary of my organ failure. It's great to be alive. My grandmummy turned 101 over the weekend. Soaked my necklace in water. They got bigger. What are some features that women find unattractive on themselves, but you find very attractive? Those little stretch marks on hips and butts. I don't know, something about them. It's like their body got too hot for their skin to handle. That's the nicest thing I've read today. If more people were like this dad, the world would be a better place. My daughter went to babysit for a new client. Single mum. Almost no furniture. Water is turned off. Instead of leaving, my daughter said she would watch the kids for free and texted me, "Dad, can we get her water turned on?" Yes, we can. I love that kid. If at first you don't succeed, find out why. This is better advice than, if at first you don't succeed, try again. By all means, try again, but do that after you figure out, I think they're both good advice, but just keep trying. I get why a lot of people hate the whole princess culture aimed at little girls. There's a lot of toxic BS in there. But when I was a tiny princess, my dad used to be my royal advisor. He would come to me, and over tea we would discuss the problems of the kingdom. He would tell me that new people wanted to move to the kingdom, and ask me what we should do. Or he would tell me that the teddy bears and dolls were fighting over the enchanted forest, and ask me what to do. Basically, he took the trappings of the princess culture and used it as a tool to teach me about leadership, civic responsibility, and compassion. So, if you have a little princess around, consider helping her figure out how to run her kingdom. There's no sense in telling a kid they can't be a leader, or that they can't wear sparkles while they do it. Parenting, you're doing it right. My boyfriend gets a notification on his phone, which he looks at, smiles broadly for a bit, then goes back to whatever he's doing. Friends told me to demand answers for years. Asked the next time he got one. They were sobriety notifications, starting from after our first date. 6 months ago, I said, "These are lovely, aren't they?" to my mum. "I love honey." This is what someone responded when I texted my pops about a raise. "Congrats on the raise, but I don't think you texted the correct person." "Hey, I'm sorry. This was my dad's old number. He died this past October. I didn't realize they would recycle his number so fast." See, sadly I downloaded this meme wrong, but yeah, obviously they apologized and said some nice words at the end. Rest in peace. Harvard grad and this is the kind of posts you make? How much did you pay for the diploma to be handed to you? Oh, you paid, just not in cash. Someone sounds jealous and bitter. Maybe go outside and take a walk and see if it cheers you up. Jealous of what? The John Wick body count? Bro, I'm not sleeping around by choice. And neither are you, not by choice. First WNBA game of money. Had so much fun supporting these stars. Flight attendant heard me go, "Oh hell yeah, I love those cookies," when I went to the bathroom, but the flight was too bumpy for service. During landing, she walked up to me and said, "You liked the cookies, right?" and handed me this. "Melissa at American Airlines, have a nice night." Oh, she even wrote a note. That is so kind. This is Sheila Frederick, a flight attendant. She noticed a terrified girl accompanied by an older man. She left a note in the bathroom on which the victim wrote that she needed help. The police were alerted and the girl was saved from a human trafficker. If my math teacher looked like this, I would continue to follow my daily routine and act as if nothing was different because all women are equal. My dad was looking at me like this for 5 minutes until I looked down at his plate. "It's Pac-Man. Sorry for sending you 20 posts in a row. Everything in the entire world reminds me of you because I love you." Define locked in. This girl with her cosplays. They look insane. That dingy one though. Oh my gosh. There are so many books to read and instruments to play and languages to learn and people to meet and songs to hear and food to taste and places to see and lives to live. I should frame this because it's the only time a man has ever done it. Something you posted recently reminded that I was really rude, creepy to you in high school, and at no point while thinking of that did I ever recall apologizing. I can't exactly take that stuff back, but when I think about how that must have made you feel, I still think it's important to say so regardless. I'm sorry. Hopefully you don't remember what I'm talking about, but I still do. And I know it's helped me to reflect on it. I was very selfish, very oblivious to how much harm I was doing. The inspo versus the result. Thrilled to say I passed my Viva with no corrections and I'm officially PhD done. My daughter made my wife and I cry today. We snuck a peek at her letter to Santa, looking for hints for gifts, and were dumbfounded by what she asked for. Such a good kid deserves all of these wishes. Dear Santa, hi, for Christmas, could you make Mama's job nice? It's really hard on her. Could you also make Dada's book famous? I know it will on its own, but still. I know you're magical, so you can probably talk to dead people. Can you give my dog a hug and tell him I miss and love him? If you can't do any of that, then I'll ask for something more physical. Less pointless anxiety. Westie Toy Plush. A toy for... I can't read that. I don't know what it's saying. A small wooden frog. A Jellycat Gremlin. Jellycat Christmas Frog. Avengers X-Men poster. Better Wi-Fi. Merry Christmas. I got fired, but thank God. Her name's Dochi. So I got fired today. Who cares? Maybe tomorrow I'm just gonna go to a whole bunch of studios. This is the girl who made like the song It's my... Just chewed on my lip until it bled. And my mum said it's okay. It will heal in a few days. Painfully reminded, the body really does just heal itself over and over again. There's someone who's been trying to save me all along and it's me. My husband started reading to me before bed, and I'm the happiest I've ever been with him. After 13 years of marriage, I'm the happiest I've ever been with my husband. We got married very young. We have 2 boys under 3 years old. I'm finally out of my postpartum haze, feeling like myself again. My husband has always been so supportive and helpful as dad/husband, and we've gotten a lot closer after having kids. Recently, he started reading to me before bed. I asked him about the book he was reading, and he asked if I wanted him to read it to me. It has been one of the most intimate and special things he has done for me. I look forward to this every night now, and have already picked out the next book. I don't want this feeling to ever end. Mother is moved to tears after her daughter meets Wonder Woman. 2 versions of Wonder Woman in the same place at the same time. How is the universe not imploded yet? I see 3 Wonder Woman there. This is my wife's favorite pair of heels. She's held on to them for years, even though they're too tight. Her feet grew slightly during her last pregnancy. As a surprise for our anniversary in 3 weeks, I bought some shoe stretchers, and I've been carefully expanding them. I can't wait to show her. Amazon co-founder Mackenzie Scott has donated over $19 billion to over 2,000 organizations since 2019. Her approach focuses on large, unrestricted gifts, no strings attached, used as needed. She gives to organizations working in social justice, human services, and education. She vows to keep going until the safe is empty. In 1996, Indian actor Sunil Shetty saved 128 Nepalese women rescued from a trafficking ring in Mumbai. When the government refused to repatriate them, Shetty bought airfare for their return and ensured their safety. He kept this act private until one survivor revealed the story 24 years later in an interview. My 5-year-old daughter, little Jimetti, loves to text my dad, her papa, Jim. Adeline, bull okay? Adeline, love you, papa. I miss you, papa. No, go, no, incoming, yes, night, miss you. Miss you too. If you didn't know, Flava Flav is sponsoring the USA women's water polo team after he learned that team members were working multiple jobs just to continue training and competing despite the women's water polo team winning 3 straight, going for 4 Olympic gold medals. One of the last text exchanges with my mum before she passed away. She died 4 days later. I still can't bring myself to unpin her from the top of my messages, nearly 2.5 years later. I really miss her so much. Hi mum, I miss you. Hi sweetheart, no one loves you more than me. I just found out that my husband fills the dog's water dish, not from the tap, but from the fridge's water purifier feature. She would do the same for me, and he's damn right, she would. Everyone said they would come to Thanksgiving, but no one offered to help me ma cook. Are you still awake? Yes. I'm still up cooking the corn casserole. I have the stuff to make a pumpkin pie and mac and cheese. Also, do you want me to bring those things too? You seem to be doing most of the cooking for everyone, and I thought you could use a little more help. That would be great. One person shouldn't have to cook for all 20 people. Love you. Thank you. Maybe she just doesn't like texting, but she needs to say love you back. Adriana Ruano becomes the first person ever from Guatemala to win a gold medal at the Olympics. She also set a new Olympic record in the women's trap event. More grandma content, please. I love watching grandma cooking videos. Or grandpa, how it feels when he buys you a snack when you didn't ask. Yeah, for me, this should be a she meme, but you know, it's a women taking W's, so we can't have it all our own way. Oh, and that gap in my resume is when I was digging my own grave. The dirt under my nails is, yeah, it won't wash out. Although that's actually from when I dug myself out again. I suppose success and defeat can look the same in the mirror. I trust confrontational people a lot more than non-confrontational ones, because they have no problem raising issues, speaking up and being honest up front. You stop thinking like this when you hit 25. Really? I think I trust people who I just decide to trust. I don't know. I think it's just like vibes a lot of the time. I really care if something good happened to you. It should. How about this? Yeah, let me know in the comments something good which has happened to you guys recently. Let's do it. I think that's a good way to end the video.